Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we are here with episode number 47 of the Hardcore Ironman series, a series in which of course I am doing my best to stay alive and still kick it out here. Love to see it. Up to 2070 total level after the last episode. I'm now probably about rank 900 to 950 in terms of hardcore, so really enjoying that. It's been a nice little grind there. I'm sure I will continue to push the total level up this episode. However, still got some grinds that I'd like to do beyond that in terms of the PvMing aspect of this account. 800k off of 95 Slayer, which would be a huge goal, so I could go ahead and get Hydras. Beyond that, still want to do some Cerberus because I'm missing the Primordial Crystal, and some KBD tasks would be amazing because then I could go and try for a Dragon Pickaxe. A lot of chambers to be done as well, maybe some Saradomin too so that I can get an Armadillo Crossbow before I go to Hydra. So honestly, just a ton of things going on at the moment. The bank value is close to 400 mil if you include my gear, which is honestly just absurd for an Ironman. Really impressing myself with this series so far and looking to continue to do the same this episode. So let's go ahead and get on into it. I'll start with Slayer, but not really sure where it's going to go from there. Always happy to add one of these bad layers to the bank. I think that makes 6 whips total at this point, plus the tentacle. So been getting kind of spooned here. I like it. Sadly, they've dropped a good bit in price, so I don't know. I probably never plan on trading them over to my other account, but had I done it early on, they were like 3 mil, now they're 1.8. What's going to happen to all the whips that people aren't going to use at the duel arena anymore either? Oh my god. Actually, maybe that's like a boomer statement. I don't even know if people use whips at the duel arena anymore. Well, doing a little bit of Slayer on the road towards 95, and the first task of the episode is 182 Hellhounds, so I'm going to have to take full advantage of this. I think in total that'll put me close to 600 KC overall, and the only thing I'm really hunting at this point is the Primordial. Could also use a Smoldering Stone, but I really don't even have any solid plans for that yet, so that would just be kind of extra at this point. Currently taking a small break from the Cerberus grind. Gonna get back to it though, and right now just fueling myself in that endeavor. Got up to 92 cooking right there, which of course is halfway to another 99. Love to see it. I've been taking a peek at my stats lately, and yeah, there's a lot of 90s. I mean, I've just been looking around a bunch, and I'm like, wow, how have we managed to do this? The one thing that does stand out, my smithing's really low, so I'm gonna have to get that up. But once I get my smithing up, then I'm faced with the reality that the only hard skill left really is agility. Every other skill, I can kind of work my way around it and do things that I enjoy, but agility is just endless pain, and so I actually started doing a little bit last night. Hopefully along the way I can sort of crawl my way up there so I don't have to do a ton at the very end like I did in my last maxing grind. I believe I'll stick to that, but hopefully we can see that in reality during this episode. Okay, well, that makes for my third crystal at this point, my third Eternal, that is. I have 4 crystals in total. I have been, before this, kind of dampering my expectations, just preemptively telling myself, like, there's a 50-50 chance I'm about to get a dupe, and even if I get the Smoldering Stone, honestly, I've mentioned it a lot, but I have no clue what I'm gonna do with it, and I don't think it's gonna get that much use. So, we gotta do what we can, one drop at a time. We gotta get through the dupes, and one day we'll get on to the Primordial. But I mean, at this point, I have gotten 4 crystals and 560 KC, so I honestly can't say I'm unlucky anymore, which kind of tough, but is what it is, and happy to get another drop. Okay, well, got the call from a couple buddies that we were gonna do some raids. There were some people ready, and so a trip or two after the Eternal, decided to go do some chambers. I'm a little over 80 KC at this point, so excited to see what we got here. Also very scared. I turned off chat, I turned off clan. I didn't want anyone telling me what I got, so I did all I could. We'll see what's in here. I'm not really sure. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how to feel because, I mean, Twisted Buckler, like, not bad. Really good range offhand. Like, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of happy for that, but in terms of getting a rare raid drop, I mean, it could have been better, but I'll take it. I mean, much would have rather had Dex, but I'll get that at some point anyway, so a little dish it. It's not too bad. I never realized it was that small on my person. I don't wear it too often. I don't know if that was some sort of graphical rework or something, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Nice little dish of I certainly wasn't expecting, but now I plan to go drive for another 60 raids or so. So second perp in 82, so not bad at all. Just sort of had a revelation that I haven't yet gotten my Armadillo book because the Armadillo page 1 was just taking forever. I did like 200 or 250 easy clues or something, just couldn't manage. So this is actually like the first notable range offhand that I have at all. So, I mean, yeah, I'll take that. Nice little skip through all of the med game whatnots. So in between raids at the moment, about to go ahead and get a farming level, something I haven't done in quite a while, I'll be honest. I've been very bad about my farming runs. I can now plant 2 spirit trees, which I haven't planted any, to be honest. And beyond that, some triple magic roots as well. Nothing I'll be doing too much of. I've been trying to be better about my herb runs, and I've been getting there, so give myself a little pat on the back for that one. But beyond that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, herb lures definitely got me motivated because, I mean, at the moment, I do have a nice stack of herbs, but nothing too crazy. And if I'm going to need to get 99 herb at some point, I don't really know where else I'm going to get any herbs. Like, I know Slayer would do a decent bit for me, but it's not going to be able to carry me by any means. I'm a little intrigued as far as like planting my fruit trees and my actual regular trees and hardwoods and all that stuff because I've never done it, and you know, maybe just for the pet chance or the faster 99, I'm a little motivated to try that out. But I mean, I have so many seeds in my seed vault, like I think it's at 40 mil or something right now, so it's been absurd, and I need to get some use out of it. So happy to get started here with 91 and 1 level off of halfway, which is, I mean, kind of painful but also beautiful. Not really how I drew up this level going, just got 90 mining right there, can now mine some tier 9 stars, which is actually kind of nice because I've been doing some stars recently on the account in hopes of recoloring my entire prospector kit and maybe getting the ring as well for mining boost. I typically like to save levels whenever I get really close to there at the end for whenever I go back to my grind, because then it's kind of an incentive to get back to the grind because, you know, obviously once I get back I get a level and that's kind of cool. So I've done a lot of motherlode mine, about 2 days worth of some pretty solid AFK, which managed to get me that level, so thankful for that. And now only 2 levels until I can get to amethyst, and then I think that's basically the worst grind that I have on my radar at the moment, other than agility, which is consistently on my radar, and I try to forget about it. Continuing on with the runecrafting grind right now, having a grand old time, but I just had the worst lag I've had on this game in at least 6 months, something of that sort. I mean, today is the first day of Group Ironman, so, you know, maybe that's it, who knows. But I think I'm going to have to change my home world, because 369 has been particularly bad. I have a history with this world, you know, we go back a ways. You know, it's a pretty nice world, what can I say, but also I had a clan back in the day that would basically use this as their home world, and so I always just became accustomed to it through that. And I know there are other YouTubers that typically use this as their homeworld as well, so whenever I'd see them, it was just a nice communal thing. And you know, I'm sure someday we'll cross paths again, World 369, but I think for now I'm going to have to move on. I don't really know where I'm going to go ahead and relocate to. If anyone has any good suggestions, let me know. I'm on US East, so looking for some good ping there. Just need a nice homey world, honestly, you know, just something where I'm not lagging all the time. I mean, before, when I was lagging in this world, it was okay, because it would only lag for maybe 3-4 seconds, but you could tell everything around you in the game froze. Like, none of my damage got stacked. There was really nothing wrong. But again, first day of Group Ironman coming out, and this just full on DC'd for like 10 or 20 seconds. It brought out like the logout thing, and so yeah, I'm not risking that anymore. Someone was mentioning last episode that dying at Cerberus due to DC was probably a lot more likely than dying in the wildy at this point. And you know, after experiencing that, I think that's very true, and now I'm terrified. So maybe I'll be more likely to do some wildy stuff, I don't know, but the worlds are scaring me. I've never addressed it before either, but if my account did die due to a DC, I would just continue and pretend like it didn't happen, you know? I'm not gonna ruin my gameplay for that. Now, obviously, it would be terrible that, like, I wouldn't actually be hardcore and it wouldn't be true on the high scores and all that jazz, but, you know, in my head, I know what's real and I know what's not. So, yeah, just tough times out here. JX making me choose favorites, and I'm gonna have to relocate. Oh my, well, I guess the luck isn't gonna stop. I mean, you know, it's luck, but at the same time, it's not luck. But I got a Pegasian, good old 569 KC there, so pretty nice. I mean, you know, 2 crystals at a task. I can't complain, but Of course I could. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my dog's snoring in the background. Good old wheeze. But yeah, just another placeholder for the bank. I can't even say that's any added value because it's only 68k, which is pretty depressing, but it is what it is. And of course, we'll see if our luck's in. Easy attack level coming on through as well right there. Got a bunch of grads in the chat. I appreciate that for my clan. Bunch of cuties in there. If you guys ever want to join, feel free to. I have a friends chat that you can join just by typing in Smallexplamp. And beyond that, there's an application to the real clan chat in the description down below if you're intrigued by that. But yeah, just, as you know, out here just getting these levels up as you do. 1 mil XP away from 97. I think at this point, though, I'm going to push towards 99 defense for that nice little defense cape and endless ring of life, and then I can actually go and utilize my berserker ring that's been sitting in the bank. But going to continue on with this. I think after this trip, though, I am going to do a little bit more chambers. You guys probably won't hear anything about that because there's very low odds that I get back-to-back purples. And I have a dog in the background doing a little bit of yelping, so I'll end off this clip right now. Would you look at that? Finally doing some Gauntlet, getting some PvMing, I'm always a little scared of Gauntlet. I know a lot of people have asked me in the past if I had any plans or what my approach was going to be towards Gauntlet, and honestly, I don't know. At this point, it's kind of tough because Gauntlet's a thing that I've never personally tried. I do look forward to giving it a go and learning about it. But given what I've seen about it, it looks pretty hard, and you'd have to be very confident in yourself to go ahead and then try to get that bow from there. And it's just, I don't know, man. I could put more time into chambers. I could put more time into Saradomin like I'd like to in the near future. Could put time into all the God Wars dungeon bosses. I got Corp as well. There's so many bosses. So as far as, I understand why I'd want to go do it for the bow, but I'll just cross my fingers and hope that I get spooned a twisted bow. I think that's how this goes. But yeah, it looks terrifying. I'll be honest with you. While the account is about PvMing and doing that, I'm going to want a PvM in a space where I feel comfortable, and I am just nowhere near feeling comfortable with Gauntlet at the moment. Maybe one day I make it there. However, I don't think it will be any day in the near future. Making some house upgrades right now. I actually just made one a second ago that's going to be pretty useful for me. I got a mahogany treasure chest over there that I can now store some clue scroll items in. So I've alleviated my bank a little bit, and I'll continue to do that going forward. I also found this really cool RuneLight plugin that someone in chat told me about in my Twitch chat. You can always check that out down below if you're interested in some streams. I also face cam over there if you want to see my cute little face. But beyond that, right now, just going to go ahead and get some mahogany burners there. Got one over there. Oh, I thought I was going to have to make two. Never mind. And then finally we have the Gilded Altar. I haven't done this yet on the account because honestly I haven't really needed to use my bones at all, but at this point now I have like 2k saved up, and my prayer level's looking a little low relative to everything else going on here. I don't want any Tears of Gothics going over there, so I think I'm gonna go use the 2k bones I have right now on the altar. I don't have many Marintil. I think people just farm them, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to go about that, but I have enough for this session, so we'll see where it takes us. A little bit of intense clicking later, and I've managed to get myself up to 80 prayer right there with that level. Nothing too much that I'm going to be unlocking with prayer as we go forward, because that's just kind of the way the skill works. I know they've been talking a little bit about maybe curses or something like that in the future. Who really knows? We'll have to deal with that when the time comes. But for now, up to 80 prayer. Gonna go and put that to use at Cerberus, I do believe. Also did get a combat level, so up to 122.4 essentially at this point. So getting up there, pretty respectable combat level. And at some point here soon, I won't have to worry about the vampire in Mauritania anymore. Well, this is, I guess I don't know what I expected when I went back to do some Cerberus. We got the dog snoring in the background, but yeah, I mean, you know, another Eternal. So, on this task, we've had 2 Eternals and 1 Pegasian, so getting a lot of RNG, you know, a lot of luck, just using it in the wrong places. So slowly but surely building up the crystal pile with all of the sadness that I have here. I mean, at this point, honestly, I would just be happy with the smoldering stone, you know, something that I could actually put to use somewhere else. That'd be nice. Beggars can't be choosers, so is what it is. Still really lucky on the crystals overall, so I'll take it. After serving another couple days in the Motherlode mine, I've now gotten up to 91 mining, which, oh man, it has been great. Such a lovely grind. I'm having a ton of fun, no doubt about it. I think I'm gonna try to do everything I can to get out of here now. I don't mind doing some other load mine here and there, but the grind from 88 to 91 at this point is been pretty tough on me, so I've decided to try and end off the pain early. Amethyst is unlocked at 92, and with my recent blowpipe acquisition a few episodes back, very excited to put that to use and get the Amethyst darts because it's going to be a huge upgrade over adamant for me. So I've got 215 Dwarven Stouts, and I also have a full prayer equipment setup for my mining, which is going to be a bit awkward, but do what I gotta do. Luckily, I also recently required the Preserve Prayer, so that's going to allow this to be a little bit easier. I didn't know the Amethyst mines were so packed, but I guess it makes sense that it's a thing. I know there's a side little area over here. I think you unlock it with minerals, if I'm correct. So we'll see about that. But as you can see right there, need a +1 in my mining, and that Stout's gonna go ahead and give me that. And this is going to be a decent way for me to get XP along with some very meta darts for me. Kind of combine the two right there. I don't think I'm gonna get all the way up to 92 through this method because honestly, it is quite a lot. We'll see though. I don't think there will be any hiccups that I'll be running into in the near future, and I can't wait to try out this better DPS at raids here soon. Ugh. Oh, buddy. Well, I tried to go in here just to see if, like, the game would tell me what I had to do, but it did not. So I had to go to the clan chat. Luckily, the homies were there to help me out, and they've informed me that, yeah, I have to get the Elite Falador done. So I'm not really sure what's the hold up there. 88, I mean, honestly, now that I think about that, 88 runecrafting isn't the worst. I could get a nice little +4, +5 boost from 84, 83, and I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, honestly, that's actually pretty encouraging. So who knows, maybe that will encourage me to do even a little bit more runecrafting. Just going to start by saying that this has been absolutely horrible. I've gotten 88 amethysts, which to me feels like a victory, but I've been here for quite a while. I've used probably 100 Dwarven Stouts, so the ratio isn't exactly what I was expecting coming in here. Probably not going to push too much of the amethyst at this point because I haven't even gotten that far XP-wise. So at the moment, thinking about going somewhere where I can utilize the rune crossbow a bit more. I want to get a crossbow upgrade. I know I've gotten the twisted buckler lately, which has been a nice upgrade for me. But I'd like to get a bow that acts as an adequate counterpart to the buckler, and so gonna go for the Armadillo crossbow at the moment. Got the Max EXP lamp account hanging out over here, a nice little cameo from the free-to-play to Max series. Working on selling off some stuff. I'm probably gonna go there with a twisted bow, to be honest, just because I can't be asked with the slow kills. I just want to get a good general idea of the mechanics again. I've been there a couple times, but I've never really camped it too much, so I don't feel too adequately prepared. So I'm on over at the GE, gonna get a nice gear setup and head on over there and see how I'm feeling about the boss. Well, I managed to complete 10 KC on my Saradomin run on the main account, and I was feeling pretty good. Essentially, you just run around the room, and that's all I expected it to be. Just wanted to make sure everything was in place. Now time to gear up over here. I went on the main account and like a twisted bow setup and everything, so I gave myself false expectations, which isn't going to be great, but hopefully the amethyst dart tips are able to do me a good bit of service out there. And I also realized I'm going to have to grab a Saradomin item and a Zamrock item, and none of which I have any D-hide for, because I've been very unlucky with my clues, and I'll blame it on luck because it's all RNG, it's not my fault. And yeah, so the trip's shaping up. We'll see how it goes. I wasn't really expecting to not get as many kills per trip. It's seeming like I'm not going to get too many, so there's going to be a lot of KC grind in there for the 40 KC, which it'll be something. I guess we'll get a nice deboot collection. So 40 KC, little tough in terms of the inventory. I did realize I'm also going to have to bring a dart switch too, because I don't have enough amethyst darts to be able to deal with that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and throw on protect from mage, pot up, and make sure we're good to go. A little nerve-wracking, but I'm sure once I get going it won't be so bad, so we'll just hop up on in here. Okay, was not expecting everything to turn dark, but, you know, it is what it is, and we're off and running. Let's get her moving here. Easy game, right? Easy game. Halfway through the kill at the moment, and feeling like I'm doing pretty good. I guess the only thing I could maybe get a bit better at would be to leave the corner a little later, that way I can have her have a longer distance to walk. However, there's also some risk involved in that, so we'll see how I end up balancing that. Whenever I came here on the main account, honestly, the things that were giving me the most trouble were the minions. I mean, they were dealing me a decent bit of damage. I'd imagine the same is going to be true here. As you can see right there, 24 damage real quick by the minions. A little scary, and I guess that's why it's nice to run away from the melee one the entire time. I keep moving. And that might be the first kill coming to an end. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Easy spoon, right? Okay, no ACB first kill, all right. Sounds good. Gonna have to keep up on my run energy there, though. If I forget to stam, then I might have to just bank purely because I'm out of run energy, which would be pretty sad. Kills are going pretty well at Sarah right now. 15 KC, no near-death experiences yet, but always kind of chilling at 40 to 50 HP, so you never know. I just got a Dragon Boot drop. I was thinking about kind of stacking these up as my nice little collection for being here, but honestly, I don't even know if it's worth the inventory slot. Like, I'm gonna waste an angler just to pick up some stupid boots that mean nothing to me. I don't know. It doesn't really seem worthwhile, so I'm probably just gonna let them despawn and let the people Continuing a bit more with the rune crafting levels right here, just got up to 80 at the blood rune altar. Nothing too much unlocked with that, but still just grinding away on the blood runes and stacking them up as we go. Happy to get another level 80 as well. At this point, I'm basically base 80s. The only thing that is actually lacking is my smithing level at 75, but I've just been saving smithing. It's some very easy levels that I can grab whenever I'm needing them, so it's not something I've necessarily been worried about. I probably should get them up relatively quickly, that way my tiers of Gothics can actually go on to agility, which would be far more beneficial than where it would currently be going. But I believe that is where we are going to call it for this episode. For the Saradomin grind, I only got to about 20 KC, a little bit over that. If you'd like to see more, I'll be streaming as soon as this video goes live, so you can check that down below. Overall, though, some good progress that I'm very happy with. Bank values stayed the same, but in the climate that we're in, where bank values drop endlessly, as long as I'm staying the same or pushing a little higher, I'll consider that a win. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Hardcore Ironman video, though. If you did, make sure to leave a like. On top of that, anything you'd like to let me or others know, would love to hear in a comment down below. And if you want to see more videos like this as soon as I go live, make sure to subscribe. But with that said, hopefully you have a wonderful day, and peace.